Americans don't buy wagons. So when BMW wanted to bring its 1 Series variant to the US, some changes had to be made if it intended to sell more than 4 a year. Namely, BMW designers had to make it a bit taller, a bit more bulbous, and a bit softer around the edges. They call it the X1, and BMW has dubbed it a Sports Activity Vehicle, or SAV. And I think the chubby little X1 looks quite at home in America.
Hi, I'm Nick Janes for Digital Trends, and this is the 2013 BMW X1 xDrive 28i.
It's a shame that American new car buyers ignore wagons, because the 1 Series wagon is a sharp little precision instrument. The X1, on the other hand, as its looks might hint, is softer.
The interior of the BMW X1 is a bit of an interesting place. The fit and finish materials are fantastic, but the design is a bit lacking. In terms of space, there's plenty, at least up front. I'm 6'5" and I've got room in all directions. Go one step back to the rear seat though, the story changes a bit, where there's virtually no space at all. Go one step even further to the hatchy area, and there's once again an abundance of space. This makes me feel like BMW designed the X1 exactly for me. Someone who's young, with an active lifestyle, no kids, but one big dog.
While the X1 lacks inspiring interior design, it makes up for it with tech features, of which it has plenty. BMW has fitted our tester with the optional $6,500 Ultimate Package, which gives you a panoramic roof, power seats, voice command, real-time traffic information, navigation with Bluetooth and USB, and auto-dimming mirrors. While those are all great features, perhaps my favorite is the reverse camera system, which is displayed on the large dash-mounted screen. This BMW unit not only displays parking aid lines that move with the steering wheel, but also obstacle markings, which is brilliant.
Every brand new BMW comes with a technology called brake energy regeneration as standard. Sounds great, right? I thought so too, so I dug a little deeper. Turns out it's a bit more of a marketing ploy than anything else. Let me explain. All vehicles have an alternator that's spinning all the time, creating electricity that's being sent to charge the battery. That draws on the engine, works the engine a little harder, burning a little bit more fuel. What BMW has done is install what they call a smart alternator, which can be electronically cut out of the system. Essentially, it's not disconnected whatsoever, it's just told not to produce energy, which reduces drag. So when the battery doesn't need charge, it doesn't receive charge. Though they call it brake energy regeneration, it rarely performs that job and only draws on the engine during engine braking, etc., when it really needs energy. Most of the time, it's doing the opposite job. Pretty clever, don't you think? Right now in the xDrive 28i, we have a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine producing 240 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. Believe it or not, this chubby little SAV is the slower of the two X1s. The other has a normally aspirated inline 6-cylinder. Both engines, however, are mated to BMW's Steptronic 8-speed automatic transmission, which doesn't sound very smooth, let's be frank. It is, however, very smooth. It's got 3 modes. It's got normal, sport, and manual shift. Now that Saab has gone out of business, apparently the kind of people who are buying BMWs are architects. People who have a taste for design. Well, if that's true, they are some rather boring people, because look at that center stack. My God. Well, tell me, Nick, tell me about the center stack. What do you think of the design? No words. There are no words. It's just,
The X1 starts at around $32,000. This one, however, has been optioned up to just shy of $43,000. That's a lot of money for a compact crossover, BMW nameplate or not.
I've driven virtually every brand new car on the American market right now, and very few of them have made me feel quite as at home as the BMW X1. It seems to capture everything I want in a single car. It's a bit sports car, a bit luxury, a bit SUV. It's light and nimble, it's got a big rear end, it's got some all-wheel drive. It's everything I want. Plainly, the BMW X1 is a brilliant $28,000 car, but it costs 45 grand. So for that reason, I wouldn't get one.